Josh Hennig here. We're talking with Michael Bisping. He is fighting in UFC 199 this Saturday. Rockhold versus Bisping 2, live on pay-per-view. Main card starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm just heading over to the Fighter Hotel right now. Everything's on track. My weight is good. My condition is good. My spirits are high. My confidence is through the roof. I'm going to be world champion on Saturday, my friend. How the hell do you think I am?
Well, you've never been a guy who didn't have confidence. Coming into this was a quick turnaround for you. With originally going to be Chris Weidman, the former champion, against Luke, and now you get the rematch. You wanted to revenge your loss to him. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Listen, Luke beat me the first time, and congratulations, well done. But every fight is different, and I'm going into this fight. It's not unknown. I know exactly what I have in front of me. I sparred Luke one day. It was just me and him. Then we fought, and as I say, he got the better of me on that day. But I know Luke. I know we match up well. I'm taking this fight on short notice. I believe that's going to be a positive step for me. I always overtrain, even though I try not to. I can't help it because fighting means so much to me. I believe I'm going to come into this fresh and stronger than I ever have been. So, for me, Luke Rockhold, he's a tough test. I understand he's a great fighter, but it's not about beating Luke Rockhold. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. My opponent has no name. I have to go out there and fight to the best of my ability. That is my biggest task at hand. If I do that, I beat anybody, and I become world champion.
You currently have the most wins at middleweight in UFC history. You were the first non-American to win the Ultimate Fighter. So it really seems like winning the title is just the next step in the process for you at this point.
Well, it certainly would be something. People say a lot of nice things about my career because I'm from the UK, that I was, a pioneer, if you will, or whatever. But I've always wanted to be the first guy to be a UK champion. Of course, it's only a matter of time before we get one. I would sure love it to be me, but more importantly, I want to represent UK mixed martial arts. I want to represent myself, and I want to take care of my family. I believe I get the job done. As I said, I know Rockhold's a tough guy, but he's only human. He's been knocked out before, and he will be knocked out again.
We're talking with Michael Bisping fighting Luke Rockhold this Saturday, UFC 199 on pay-per-view. What are the strengths that you have going into this fight that you know that you can beat him with?
Well, I know I'm faster. I got better footwork. I got faster strikes. But the thing is, I want this more than Luke. The biggest thing a fighter has is his mind and his heart. Okay, and that's more hard than any of these bums in the UFC. They don't know nothing about it. They quit easily. They get put in a bad position and they crumble. They wait for the referee to stop it. I will never do that. There is no quit. I don't know how to quit. I'm willing to die in there, and I know that sounds like a stupid, cheesy line, but look at me in my last fight against Anderson Silva. I made some mistakes and my face was a mess, and I still fought with every piece of ferocity that my body could produce, and I got the job done. I will beat Luke Rockhold. He cannot match me for my determination, my will, and the physical side of things. I've got better cardio, I'm faster, I'm a better boxer. He's tall, he's got low reach, and he's got some good kicks. But when I'm in his face and I'm close the distance, those kicks and that reach aren't going to matter.
Mike, if I can ask you a couple of questions that have to do outside the fight. Talk a little moment about you've really excelled outside of the octagon in commentating, whether it's on TV or on podcasts. Talk about the transition for you in developing a little bit of a career for yourself outside the fight game. Yeah,
well, certainly, I'm trying to diversify my talent, and you're presented with these opportunities, and you've got to try and make the most out of them. So, I'm very lucky. I do a lot of analyst work for Fox Sports. I host UFC Tonight. I have my own radio show on Sirius XM. Those type of things are going very well. I also I dabble in a bit of acting. I just finished filming the new Triple X movie with Vin Diesel and Samuel L. Jackson. So, things are going well in that regard. But first and foremost, I'm a fighter. That's what I do. Everything else is it's an afterthought. This is what I do. This is what's opened these doors. This is what's given me a platform to even consider doing those other things. This is what's important. But, yeah, listen, you can't fight forever. I guess I've always had the gift of the gab, if you will, so why not try and make some money out of it?
We got 3 questions from listeners that they wanted me to ask you today. So question number 1, what is your favorite go-to food during training camp?
Oh, my favorite go-to food would have to be chicken sausages and fried eggs, and with avocado. I eat that a lot. Chicken sausages, fried egg, avocado and mushrooms. It's kind of like an English breakfast, but it's healthy. The chicken sausage is obviously very, very low in fat and a good source of protein. Eggs, protein again. The avocado, some good fat, give you some energy. And the mushrooms, just because they taste good.
Well, you got to have flavor, right? Yeah,
well, some mushrooms, you cook them with a bit of Worcester sauce, or as you Americans would say, Worcestershire sauce. Give it a try, guys. Sliced mushrooms with Worcester sauce, it will blow your mind.
Question number 2, your thoughts on the potential of MMA ever being in the Olympics?
I think it's only a matter of time before MMA is an Olympic sport. You know, it already encompasses several different Olympic sports: boxing, wrestling, judo, taekwondo. These are all Olympic sports. We just do them at the same time. So it's only a matter of time before, the bureaucracy calms down and they look at it for the beautiful sport, what it is, and they stop trashing it and saying it's a blood sport and all these types of things. It's a very highly skillful, it's the truest form of combat, but it's a very, skillful sport, as I said.
Question number 3, your favorite and least favorite things about the United States?
My favorite thing about the United States, the food. The food is amazing. I love you got some great restaurants. Not when I'm trying to cut weight, though, but there's great food here. I mean, there's many positive things about the USA, but a trivial one would be the food. I do like the food. Of course, living in California, the weather is also exceptional as well. Least favorite thing, unfortunately, there's a few of those as well. I would have to say that Southern California drivers piss me off. They are assholes. They have no consideration. They don't use their blinkers, and they force you to make very dangerous maneuvers in your car. They have no consideration for other people. In England, if someone's trying to get over, we give them a flash with our headlights, and we let them in. Here, if I put my blinker on, they speed up. They make you do dangerous maneuvers. Of course, least favorite thing as well is I don't like turning on the news every day and seeing multiple people shot dead. So I think some stricter gun laws should be taken into consideration. But I'm not here to talk politics and trash your gun laws. I know all about the Fifth Amendment and the right to bear arms, and the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. But guess what? It's not the 1700s, and Boston Tea Party didn't happen last week, so you don't need the gun.
Talking with Michael Bisping this Saturday, UFC 199 on pay-per-view. One more thing before I let you go. After you become UFC champion, what is next for Michael Bisping?
Well, I will celebrate in style with my friends, my family. I have a lot of friends flying over from the UK, from Australia, from Canada, and then I'm going to lie on the couch for 2 days, and then I'm going to speak to the UFC and see what's next. If I was to win the belt, which I believe I will, that will be like the biggest goal ever which I've achieved. So I will take some time, enjoy. I'm going on a family vacation with my family to Thailand for a few weeks. Then I'll come back from there and we'll figure out who's next.
UFC 199 this Saturday on pay-per-view, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Best of luck in the fight, and we hope to see that gold around your waist on Saturday night, Mike.
Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it.